This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, another active evening out there. We're going to have some scattered thunderstorms across the area this evening. Don't be surprised to hear some thunder out there and off and on. Not everybody's going to get a thunderstorm this evening, but everybody is going to get rained on tomorrow as we have a widespread rain event coming to the area. Rain will turn to snow late Friday. It's going to be elevation dependent, and it's going to be accumulations mostly in grassy areas, except in the northern panhandle. We do have winter weather advisories up. We'll show you those here in a moment. Hit 36 yesterday morning and climbed to double that at 72 degrees. Just missed our record high by 10. Beautiful day yesterday. Hopefully you got out and enjoyed it. Nothing in the rain gauge, still running above for the month and the year. Well, it is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and today we're talking about lightning. So here we are. Here's our home. We're going to identify a couple of areas where you want to be or where you don't want to be. First, let's start right here in this area. Let's go look what happens if you're in near a metal fence. You want to stay away from any metal objects, so you don't want to get in that area. However, if you're in a car, it does provide protection for lightning. So if you're outdoors and you have nowhere else to get to, that car is a great place to be. Certainly a better option than standing next to the fence. Let's go check out what's going on over here in the front of the house. So trees, you want to avoid trees. Lightning is attracted to tall objects, things like that. You want to stay away from those. So if you can get inside, that is much safer and a much better place for you to be. Stay away from windows, though, so don't be hanging out right up next to the window checking out and seeing what's going on. So there's a couple of good places for you inside the house or inside the car, but let's avoid the backyard here at this place. If lightning's around, you want to avoid the pool at all costs. If you're in the pool and you hear thunder, it's time to get out and head inside. So you can be safe wherever you're at from lightning as long as you're indoors or away from windows, that type of thing. So it gives you an opportunity to know where you're heading. Now, a couple of things that we want to show you about here in terms of thunder and lightning and what goes on with thunder and lightning. So when you hear thunder, you see thunder, it spreads out, comes all the way across the area. It takes about a mile for the thunder to get to the house, and that's going to take roughly 5 seconds to do that. Now, a lot of people will say, well, doesn't lightning slow down a little bit if it's colder? It technically does, but you're still looking at over 4.5 to 5 seconds for lightning to travel a mile, whether it's 40 degrees or 80 degrees. So that mile distance, if you're close enough to hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. Now, as we spread this out, you see the thunder, and the sound dissipates as it travels outward. So when you get over 10 plus miles, it really starts to be faint. But again, if you can hear thunder, you're close enough to that thunderstorm. So you'll hear that roaring thunder get louder as it gets closer to you. And then there's also heat lightning, which is lightning that is seen, but no thunder is heard. That happens occasionally. But again, if you hear thunder, you've got lightning going on, and it's time to get indoors. So that's what we want to remind you. When thunder roars, go indoors. That's the key takeaway from today's message. 40s across the panhandle of Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming right now, all across the region. Very nice looking afternoon out there. Certainly colder than yesterday, though. Winds are out of the east at 10 to 15 miles an hour. We do have winter weather advisories posted. Hooker County over to Grant, the western half of Cherry, all of Sheridan, Dawes, Box Butte, northern Sioux, and Niobrara counties. That area under the winter weather advisory for tomorrow due to some accumulating snow. And we still have our flood advisories and flood warnings out for Box Butte, Dawes, and Sioux counties as we go through the night tonight and into tomorrow. Still some issues there with some flooding. Getting on the bus tomorrow, it's going to be kind of gloomy, cloudy, gray, and some showers around 35, probably a heavier shower and some rain when you get off the bus, and only 38. May start to see that mix with some snow at times as well. Futurecast tonight hits on those isolated showers and thunderstorms around the region this evening. Not everybody's going to get wet from them, but you'll see a few move across the area. And then we're going to see temperatures tonight fall into the 30s, low 30s at that for many of us, even some upper 20s up around Gordon. And then for tomorrow, here comes some rain showers mixing at times with snow. Notice tomorrow morning the snow is going to be ongoing in the northern panhandle. It may stay all snow in that winter weather advisory area, and that's certainly what we're forecasting right now. We start to see some rain, snow mix move back into our area in the afternoon hours and start to see some snow fill in across the region here across the time frame tomorrow night. But then by early Saturday morning, everything dies out and it moves away from us, and we're left with a pretty decent, although chilly, Saturday. Highs tomorrow only going to be in the 30s. Colder right up here in the northern panhandle. That 35 or under temperature is where you're going to need to be for it to switch over to snow, and once it switches over, it'll probably stay there. Precip tonight through tomorrow. Everybody looks like they're going to pick up something, a few hundredths, scattered across the region, depending on where you're at. Anywhere from a tenth of an inch up to over a half an inch. Looks like that's going to be pretty widespread across the area. And snowfall, heavier here in the northern panhandle, where we've got maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow for us from Lusk over to Gordon and Chadron, maybe as much as 3 to 5. Most everybody, though, an inch or less for most of us. You can see that winter weather advisory area going to be picking up just a touch more snow than the rest of us. Tonight, going to be dealing with some thunderstorms, scattered storms, rain showers around. 34 for a low tonight. For tomorrow, going to be some fog out there, sharply colder. Rain will turn over to snow. 38 for a high. Some accumulations possible, especially on grassy surfaces. And then our extended forecast, we slowly warm up a little bit. Saturday only in the low 40s. We'll get in the low 50s Sunday. Monday looks near 60, and Tuesday into the mid 60s, so not a bad day Tuesday. Then we cool back off Wednesday and Thursday next week with some slight chances of some showers and temperatures only in the low 50s.